Friends, welcome in to another edition of Soccer Texas. I'm Alex Parra, beside me the one and only Victor Araiza. Today, on the field at Shell Energy Stadium, we just witnessed, Victor, the last preseason game of this season. A lot of optimism. What did you see today? Fan fest, fan involvement, and on the cusp of a new season for Houston.
Yeah, Fan Fest. First of all, fans were allowed to come in here, kind of try to mimic here what the Astros are doing, which has grown to be a great tradition for Houston fans. So I'm glad to see that aspect of it. I think a lot of people that, maybe are on the fence of buying a Dynamo ticket during the season might have gotten their first taste here. And that could turn into a lifelong fan. That's why I think these are so important. And then, of course, on the field, look, last week they had a game here. It was closed doors. This one, I think you could feel, again, because of the fans, a bit more energy. Certainly, Guillermo looked like he was in the zone. So all the elements of how you want to end the preseason.
Coach Ben Olsen spoke, friends, specifically about his team, what they did well, what there's still work to do. So why don't we listen to a little bit of what Ben Olsen had to say at the conclusion of the match.
You're never fully prepared, right? It's just not enough time to be where you want to be, of course, but nobody is, and we have a lot of new players, so I think the staff did an amazing job. It was a lot of work to kind of even get to this point. The group has been very open-minded, and I think we're in an okay place, but we'll see.
Ben Olsen, I sense, has optimism. You can hear from his comments, Victor, that he still wishes he could have scored more goals, like always, but I think he feels his team is ready for what's next. What's next is Chicago, the home opener.
Absolutely, and I think, especially with the season that and the taste in the mouth of the fans that they left last year, look, they want to leave a different impression. And you want to come out of the gate against Chicago and get those 3 points and, again, be an entertaining style of soccer, score a bunch of goals. Certainly, the roster looks much more differently this year. So, of course, he's got to be happy. We'll see what it turns out to be next week. But, again, certainly it seems like everything's coming together. Besides the injuries that we've seen, Artur obviously up in the stands today. Besides that, I think certainly everything heading in the right direction.
The right direction, at the end of the day, Victor, and Ben Olsen said this, friends, is winning. This league is about winning. It's about competing. One of the, I think, conundrums for the team might be that he's got a lot of talent, and it's going to take time for that to gel. Victor, I see optimism. I see a team on paper right now that's better than last season. Your impressions about what this team can achieve this season?
Well, again, some of these guys look good on paper, but we haven't seen what they can do in this league, right? How do they adapt? Can they have some of that success? How motivated will they be, right, in a different environment? Guillermo certainly looks the part. Look, 3 goals today, but again, the way he did them, the first one was a free kick. The second one was a curler, a very nice finish.
And then the penalty.
The third one was a penalty, which, again, confidence. So, again, looks the part. He's just one of the guys, right, of the new additions. Lucas Halter had a bit of a mishap there on defense, but, that could be an adjustment. We also saw them go from line of 5, line of 4. Franco Negri came off the bench, and certainly a more natural left back. So we'll see what that situation turns out, because I'll say for me, I don't want to see Anali too much as a left back. And again, Buzat's another new face. There'll be others that, as the season goes on, we'll see what their role is, including one, Hector Herrera, who came on late but had the biggest ovation here today because the people know who he is. He's got a lot of fan base here, and they want to see him succeed.
No, and I want to mention, not only Achacha, but other players post-match were intermingling with the fans, signing autographs.
Jack McGlynn was another popular.
Jack McGlynn. So there's a lot to talk about. It's a long season. Victor, you'll be alongside me as we cover this 2026 season for not only
better
MLS,
or worse.
for the Houston Dynamo FC. So friends, live here, or at the moment live from Shell Energy Stadium as we wrap up the last preseason game for the Houston Dynamo. Stay tuned. It could be a very, very exciting season.